Yesterday we discussed the standalone web or distributed. My question is which kind of applications we can say like a enterprise applications. Okay, very simple answer.
Mm.
Any e-commerce website you can take it. For example, Amazon.com. You can take it. Amazon.com. This particular application they developed like a enterprise application. Okay, it's like a web application only, but internally, okay, this application included okay some other external applications also in this particular process. Okay, that entire flow if you observe, this imagine application we can say like an enterprise application. Okay, by default it's like a web only, but whenever you purchase a product, your okay your for example 1,000 rupees product you purchased, that 1,000 rupees has to deduct from your bank account, right? Okay, the next level thing also we can discuss, that time you can understand. Now see, first I want to purchase one product in Amazon, then how we can, first thing is like what you can do, simply you can open the web browser. In the browser, okay, just you can type a domain name. You can type the domain name. What is my domain name? Amazon.in or whatever it is, you can type it. Okay, now here here your products, okay, any one of the product you can select. Okay, I want to buy now, just I want to buy now. Okay, now tell me, whenever you click on the buy now, internally what is the procedure? Okay, whenever you click on the buy now, then what happened? Whenever you click on the buy now, okay, internally what happened? What is the next level step? Any one of you?
Payment gateway it goes to request goes to
Yeah,
payment
it is go to
gateway.
the payment gateway, right? Yes or no? There you can enter your details and everything. Okay, if you have the sufficient amount, then that time it is going to deduct. That payment gateway is there na? Okay, which kind of applications involved in the payment gateway? Whenever you click on the buy now, first of all, the application is redirected to, as you said, a payment gateway, we can say like a payment broker. Okay, there has multiple payment brokers are there. Okay, can anyone tell me some payment brokers? Imagine people they used their own payment broker, Amazon Pay. Yes or no? The next one is like, did you heard about the PayPal? The next one is like, did you heard about the Roger Pay? Roger Pay. Okay, like this, different payment brokers you can find in the market. Based on your requirement, you can choose one of the payment broker. Okay, this payment broker is one kind of application, only one kind of software application. Now, whenever you click on buy now button, it is redirected to the payment broker application or not. Okay, now tell me, if I go to this one, for example, Roger Pay. Now my question is very simple. Roger Pay only the application integrated with Imagine, different applications also it is integrated.
For different applications
Different
also.
applications, right? Not only okay Amazon or Flipkart or some other any application. For example, okay, my thing is like, see, if you go to our application, okay, VTS school only. Now you can see here in this particular one we added like a payment broker. Okay, if you click on the login, okay, just give me 1 minute, I'm going to log in. With the OTP. Okay, once you get the OTP, you can log in. Okay, I get the OTP to your mail ID also. I didn't get the repeat, just you can check with the mail. Sometimes these are like external applications, right? Those are like, okay, send the SMS is like some delay. So once I log in, okay, we integrated here the payment broker as like a Roger Pay. That means Roger Pay is having multiple clients or not. VTS school is like what? One client to my Roger Pay application or not? Yes or no? So if you come here, the application yesterday we discussed the application which having multiple clients, that kind of applications what we can say. Yesterday we discussed the application which having multiple clients, that kind of applications what we can say, that kind of applications what we can say. Come on, multiple clients,
Distributed applications.
distributed applications, right? Yesterday we discussed about, for example, Access Bank application is there. The Access Bank application I can connect with the web. Okay, that means from the browser I can connect. The next one, using mobile application I can connect. Okay, the next one, using ATMs also I can connect. Okay, the next one, okay, some of the internet, okay, IoT tools also, right? Like swiping machines, whatever it is. Okay, swiping machines I can connect. The next one is like through IVR, interacting voice messaging also, right? Okay, IVR also we can connect. Here this particular application having multiple clients or not. Okay, client is nothing but, okay, who is connecting, okay, who is connecting with me, those all I can say like a clients. My Access Bank, okay, connected by browser, mobile application, and ATMs and swiping machines. These all are. So these all, okay, are clients to my Axis Bank application. So I can say my Axis Bank application is like what? Distributed application. So enterprise application is nothing but what, you know, it is a combination of web plus distributed. This is the combination of what? Web and distributed. Both mixing is there in your application. That application we can say like a enterprise application. Now see, here this Roger Pay or PayPal or Amazon Pay, how many clients they have? Only one client or multiple clients are? How many people communicate with this Roger Pay or PayPal or Amazon Pay? Come on, how many?
Multiple clients.
Okay, multiple, right? Okay, now we can see 9176. Okay, once you log in. Okay, now see here, if I pay something, now see, I'm going to redirect. If I click on the pay now, okay, now see, it is redirect to the Roger Pay or not. It is redirect to Roger Pay or not. So my Roger Pay is like what? Okay, payment broker I used in my application. So my VTS school is one of the client to my Roger Pay or not. My VTS school connecting with who? Roger Pay or not? Yes or no? Understood? So that here my payment brokers have multiple clients. So can I say this payment broker application like what? Can I say this payment broker application like what? A distributed application or not?
Distributed.
Yes or no? Okay, which is having multiple clients. Okay, done. Now, once in the Roger Pay, what you are going to do here? Once you have the Roger Pay, okay. Now, what you are going to do? Now, here you are going to choose the payment method or not. Okay, I'm going to enter some card details or UPI, whatever it is. Okay. Now, the next level step. Can anyone guess? What is the next level step? In the Roger Pay, in the payment broker, you entered the card details. The next one.
It will check with the bank.
Okay, it will check with the bank. Before directly check with the bank, there has one more application is involved here, you know. That is what, you know. Okay, it's a gateway application. Okay, gateway to my bank. It's like a payment gateway. Gateway. What is this one, you know? You entered the card, right? Card details, right? These cards, all the cards provided by, okay, only one person, different types of cards you can see in the market. Come on, different
Yes,
types
sir.
of chords,
Different
right?
cards.
Okay, tell me different chords. One is like Visa chord is there. Another one is like Master chord is there. Another one is like Maestro also there. Another one is like Rupee. Like this different chords you have or not? Yes or no? One, like this
Yes,
different
sir.
different cards you have or not. So whenever you choose one of the payment broker, you enter the card details. This card is belongs to what? Either Visa card, either Mastercard and Mastercard or not. Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my question is, you enter 123 card number only with the Roger Pay, na? PayPal and Amazon Pay also I can enter the card details, sir. Yes, PayPal and Amazon, whatever it is, you can enter the card details or not. Yes or no? So if I choose Amazon Pay, if I enter my Visa card details, Amazon Pay is communicate with whom? Visa or not? Yes or no? Visa application or not? If I enter my card details in one of the applications they use it like a PayPal payment broker, if I enter 123, my PayPal is communicate with whom? Visa or not? Okay, here if I enter my card details in the Roger Pay, my Roger Pay card is like Visa, so that my card Visa card, that the reason my Roger Pay is communicate with whom? Visa or not? Now tell me, my Visa can communicate with multiple payment brokers or not? Yes or no? Come on. My
Yes, sir.
Visa communicate with multiple payment brokers or not? That means my Visa has how many clients? Multiple clients or not? One application has multiple clients. That application, what we can say? Again, what we can say?
Distributed.
Distributed application
Distributed
or not? So
applications.
my payment gateway also one kind of distributed application or not? Yes or no? Okay, done. Now the next level step. Okay, now the control comes to Visa application. Okay, why? Because my card is Visa. Okay, now next, can anyone guess? Come on, what is the next one? Hmm? What is the next one?
Now it validates the card details.
Yeah. Okay, card details it's validated and communicate with who? Validation is like this guy work only. Okay, that card is like he provided, so that validity and everything is like okay or not, he is going to check. Now this guy communicate with whom?
Maybe bank.
Yeah, bank application, right? Yes or no? Okay, now tell me, Visa people provided the Visa card only Axis Bank, only SBI Bank? Come on.
No, sir.
No,
Any
right.
bank.
My Visa people provided the cards for any bank or not? Multiple banks or not? Yes or no? So my Visa people provided the card for Axis Bank. So my Visa communicate with whom? Come on, communicate with whom? Which application? Axis Bank application or not? Yes or no? Now my Visa people provided the card to SBI. SBI. Now tell me, to my Axis Bank people, only Visa, not suppose, okay, only one, not only Visa, Mastercard's also there, Mastercard also there or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay. Now my Axis Bank has, okay, multiple people provide, my has Axis Bank cards are like what? Multiple people provided or not? So if it is like a Visa card, okay, Visa people communicate with the Axis Bank. If it is like a Mastercard, okay, Mastercard, okay, come on, communicate with whom? Axis Bank or not? Mastro, Axis Bank or not? Yes or no? To my Axis Bank, okay, multiple people provided the cards. Now, if my card is Visa, okay, so communicate with whom? To my bank. If my card is like Mastro, communicate with whom? Axis Bank Mastercard. Okay, now Mastercard or Mastercard, whatever it is. Now communicate with whom? Axis Bank or not? Yes or no? Now tell me, my Axis Bank has how many clients? Again, my Axis Bank has how many clients?
Many.
Multiple
Multiple
clients.
clients, right? So that my Axis Bank also distributed application, right? Already we discussed. Okay, Axis Bank, which kind of application? Which kind of application? Already we discussed it, right, yesterday? This is which kind of application? My Axis Bank is
Distributed.
like a
Distributed.
distributed application or not? Once my card details and everything validated and comes to the Axis Bank, my Axis Bank, what he is going to do? He is going to connect with whom? He is going to connect with whom? Come on, that
Database.
card, yeah, that card assigned to the which, okay, which customer. Okay, which customer, that customer details he can get it. Okay, based on the customer details, he checks the funds. Okay, that means how much balance is there. If the balance is like sufficient, then the time he deduct and give the response back to this guy, and this guy is give the response back to this guy, and this guy is going to give the response back to my Amazon, and finally my Amazon people display one message like order placed successfully or not. Yes or no? Okay, now once my Amazon people order placed successfully, now tell me, if we click on the orders link, you can see all my orders or not? Yes or no? Not only current order, previous orders also I can see, right? Now all the orders somewhere he has to store or not? Yes or no? Okay, where they are going to store my Amazon people, all your orders? Amazon
In
people,
their database.
their database, right? Okay, this is your Access Bank DB, and this one is whose DB? Your Amazon people DB or not? Yes or no? Come on, Amazon
Yes,
people
sir.
DB or not? Now tell me, in the browser, now see, this is the browser. In the browser, whatever the content loaded, that content we can develop by using which technologies? In the
Front-end
browser, whatever
technologies.
the content loaded, that content we can develop using client side technologies, right? Tell me some client side technologies: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular. These all are come under client side technologies or not? Yes or no? Is my client side technology having the future to communicate with the database? Is my
No,
client
sir.
side technology have the capability? No. If it is not having, then the time there has some other person help is required or not? There has some other middleware required or not? Who is that? What is the, okay, what is that middleware application? Your backend application or not? So my browser communicate with the backend application. My backend application communicate with the DB and get the required orders details or save the order or whatever it is or not? Yes or no? Okay, now this is which application? This is your backend application. Tell me the backend application or server side application. Okay, the names can be any, but how we can develop this backend application? By using some server side technologies or not? Okay, tell me some server side technologies. Okay, Java is there, .NET is there, PHP is there, Python is there, Salesforce is there. Okay, okay, different Node.js is there, different technologies are there. Now, enterprise application definition, what I said, it is the combination of what? Web plus distributed, right? Now, see, if you come to this one, only this part you can see, only this part, okay, only this part. Okay, this one just leave it, this one just leave it, this one just leave it. Only this part, if you see, browser, server side application and database. Come on, it's a client server communication application. If my client is always browser, that kind of application, what we can say? A client and server communication application. If my client is always browser, that kind of application, what we can say?
Web applications,
Web
sir.
application or not? Web application or not? Now if you add this one, there is multiple applications involved here. Which application is involved? Payment broker application, it is which kind of application? Distributed application. Payment gateway, which kind of application? Distributed. Your banking
Distributed.
application, which kind of application? Distributed. Now if you see the entire flow, it's the combination of what? Web and distributed or not? If the application is the combination of web and distributed, that kind of applications, terminology wise, what we can say? Enterprise applications or not? Got my point? Agreed? All are okay?
Yes, sir.
Using Java, what kind of applications we can develop? Okay, standalone, web, distributed, and enterprise applications also we can develop. Okay, okay, then the next one. Now let's start with our Java course. Now if you want to start with Java, okay, first of all, in your local machine, if you want to write some program, okay, first of all, you have to know how to write the program. What is the syntax? Those are the basic things, right? If it is like a C program, how we can write your hello world. Okay, first of all, you have some headers, after that main method, after that you are going to write like some print statement, all this stuff. Each and every language has their own syntax or not? If you know the syntax, then only we can write something. Okay, if you don't know how to write, okay, then There is no use. So first thing is like environment setup is important in your local machine. Okay, first you have to do like a environment setup. So first my Java, okay, it's like a programming language or markup language. There is two types of languages are there, programming and markup. Anyone knows about what is the difference between programming language and markup language? Programming language and markup language. Okay, there has some markup languages or there. There has some markup languages for there. Okay, which are like markup languages?
HTML.
Okay, you can say like a HTML. Programming languages, okay, C is there, CPP is there, Java, .NET, these all are come under programming languages. Okay, now just check HTML and Java only. Which language? I said HTML is a programming language. How we can say this is like a programming language? What is the main difference between programming language and markup language? If it is like a markup language, whatever you written the code, whatever the code you written, okay, no one is there to check. Okay, there is no one is there to check you followed the guidelines, you not followed the guidelines, no one is there to check. Whatever you written the code, directly it is going to execute. Okay, that means here the procedure is like, okay, once you written the code, once you written the code, that code directly run. Okay, in between the code whatever you written, you followed the guidelines or not followed, no one is there to check. Got my point? Okay, whatever the code you written, okay, just you can take it in the browser. What kind of, okay, what kind of code we can write it? We can write like HTML code, right? Now see, real quickly I'm going to write. Now if I come here, okay, here it has HTML, just I'm going to write everything. Now see, if I write something like this, okay, now see, am I followed any guidelines? Am I followed any guidelines? I didn't follow anything. I didn't follow any guidelines. Whatever the code you written, okay, simply it is rendered inside the browser or not. Whether you follow the guidelines, you not followed the guidelines, no one is there to check. No one is there to check. Okay, that kind of languages, wherever you find, those are come under markup languages. That means you write the code, you can run it, you can see the output. You can see the output. That's it. You can see the output. Okay, that kind of languages come under markup language. HTML, XML, these all are come under markup languages. Come to the programming language. I said like Java, C, CPP, these all are like programming languages. If it is like a programming language, the procedure is what you know. First, you have to write the code. If you not write the code, there is no use. First, you have to write the code. That is the common thing. The next one is what you know, whatever the code
Compile.
is then, yeah, that code, you followed the guidelines or not. Okay, you followed proper guidelines or not while writing that particular Java code or .NET code, whatever it is. Somebody has to check. Who is going to check? You know, here the compiler. Okay, the compiler is going to check. So this code is going to compile. Once the code is like compiled, that compiled code only, if it is okay, everything is like correct, he written the code, okay, he followed the guidelines, rules and everything, no problem at all, then only it allow you to run the code and finally you can get the output. Okay, this is the main difference between markup and programming language. If it is like a markup language, whatever you written the code, directly you can run and you can see the output. Here no compilation, nothing. But if you come to the programming language, you written the code, that code is going to compile. If no compile errors, no compile time errors, nothing, zero compile time errors, then only it allow you to run the program and you can see the finally the output. You can see the finally the output. That is the main difference between markup language and programming language. Here my Java come under programming language. That the reason, if you write, okay, simple hello world program in Java also, first you have to write the source code, right? The code whatever you written, that one we can say like a source code. Once you written the source code, the next step is what? If any programming language, that the source code should compile or not. Okay, once that source code compile, the next one is what? You have to run it. Once you run the code, and finally you can see the output or not. Now onwards, if you write any Java program, this is the procedure you need to follow. Okay, whatever the code you written, that one you can say like a source code. Once the source code you have to compile it. Once you compile that one, after that you can run and you can see the output. This procedure you need to follow for any Java program. For any Java program you can follow. Understood, everyone? Okay, now come to this one. First of all, okay, if you write the source code, okay, where I can write, okay, some environment is required or not? Some environment is required or not? So once you written some code in the notepad, yes, you can write in the notepad. After that, you have to compile, right? Okay, notepad is there to write the code, but compile, how we can compile the Java code? Okay, some specific environment, some specific setup is required or not? Once you have the Java compiled code, you have to run it. How we can run it? Okay, some specific environment is required or not? For that purpose, you have to do some setup in your local machine. Okay, what kind of setup? Okay, first of all, in your system, okay, it is allow you to compile the Java code or allow you to run the Java code. First of all, you have to check it. How we can check? In my mission, Java is like enabled or not? How we can check? How to check in your mission Java enabled or not? Java enabled or not? How we can check? Very simple. Open the command prompt first. Open the command prompt. In the command prompt, okay, just you can type, okay, Java. This is the general command. Just you can, whenever you type Java, if you see some commands at this moment, if you don't know, no problem at all. If you see like this, then you can say Java is enabled in my mission. Sometimes in your mission, Java is not enabled. Then what kind of message you can get it? Like this you can see. Java, this command I added here. Okay, just I want to show you the message. So you can see in your mission, if the Java is not enabled, the command is what? Java is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay, this kind of message you can see. This kind of message you can see. If Java is there, okay, you can see like this. Like this. If Java is not there, you can see the command is like this. What is the command? JAVA, not like that. JAVA only. If it is not there, is not recognized as an internal or external command. Like this, you can see the message in your command prompt. Okay, whenever you see this kind of message in your command prompt, you can understand like what? Okay, yes. Okay, my Java is not enabled in my mission. Then how we can enable it? Okay, how to enable? How to enable Java? How to enable the Java? Very simple. You need to install one software. Okay, with software, okay, we have, okay, JDK software. You have to install JDK software. Okay, there has some softwares like commercial is nothing but if you want to use that software you have to pay some amount. Some are like free of cost. Okay, now tell me, this JDK is like a free of cost or commercial? Means it's like a free of cost, no need to pay any amount. Any software, okay, any technology, it's like a free of cost, no need to pay any amount. Okay, that kind of softwares you can say, like that kind of technologies we can say like a open source. Open source is nothing but, see, they not charge anything. They not charge anything. The next one is like whatever they written the code, that is like source code, that is like open, anyone can see their code. Anyone can see whatever they written. Okay, I will show you. Okay, there has multiple classes written by the Java people already. If you want to see their code, yes, you can see their source code. Okay, open source is nothing but it's like a free of cost. At the same time, whatever they written for Java, the Java people, you can see that code. That kind of softwares wherever you see, that kind of technologies wherever you see, those are come under open source technologies or open source. Here jdk java also, it's a kind of open source technology only. No need to pay any amount to install java in your machines. You can see the code what they written also. Okay, in future, okay, I will show you. Okay, it's like open source, so it's not like hidden thing, nothing is there. Okay, anyone can see that particular code, whatever java people written, the predefined things I can say. Okay, now here two things, two softwares you can find it. One is like what, jdk, another one is like jre also. Okay, jdk, another one is like what, jre. Jdk stands for, okay, java development kit. jdk, another one is like jre, java development kit. Okay, jre is like jre, it's like java runtime environment. Runtime environment. Okay, now you only easily can tell when jdk is required, when jre is required. Okay, I'm going to give one simple scenario. Okay, see, one person is there, person one is there. Okay, he already written the code. Okay, the person one already written the code, written some java code. Okay, whatever the code they written, that code we can say like a source code, na? Terminology wise I'm telling. Okay, they written some code. Okay, so source code is there. Okay, done. Now java procedure tell me. Okay, once you written the source code, once you have the source code, or once you written the program, what is the procedure I said? Come on. Once you have the source code, the next one is what? Come on. The next one is what?
Compilation.
You have to compile the code or not, and then you have to run it, and then you can see the output or not. Yes or no? Now the person one written some code which is related to some functionality. That functionality want person two. Okay, the same functionality want person three also. Person three, like this, that particular functionality whatever the written person one, no? Okay, want how many members, 100 members they required. Okay, how many members required that functionality? 100 members. Okay, now my question is very simple, straight question. The possible ways of this person share that functionality to these people, how many ways they can share, he can share, how many ways he can share? Okay, simple way, whatever he written the code, he directly given that code to person two. Possibility there or not there? Come on. Whatever he written the code, directly he given that code to person two. Now my person two has what? My person two has source code, na? Yes or no? Whatever the person one written the code, source code, he shared directly to whom? Person two. So my person two has the source code or not? Once you have the source code, the next step is what? Once he has the source code, you want final output, right? The next step is what?
Compilation.
Compile.
Compile.
And then run, and then
Okay.
see the output or not. Output or not. Yes or no? Okay, the next one is like what? Person three also he shared like that only. For example, if you share like this, is it the recommended way or not? If it is not recommended way, why you said it's not recommended way? Is it recommended way or not? If it is not recommended, okay, then why you said not recommended way? Now see, very simple. You written some code. If you give that code to me, then that time, okay, without writing anything, I have the source code, right? You spend 1 year time to, okay, write this source code. Within 1 day, if you give that source code to this guy without putting any effort, he get the source code, right? Yes or no? Okay, whatever you written, you want to share with another people directly. Is it recommended one? That is not recommended one. That is the first thing. The next one is like source code. If I give, okay, he is going to do the changes, right? Yes or no? He is going to change your functionality, whatever you shared, right? Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So then the approach is what? Okay, this is one approach. The next approach is what? Tell me. Next approach is what? He written the source code. He don't want to share the source code. Yes or no? He don't want to share the source code. What he want to share then? Come on. Source code if I share, you know the problem. One is like I put some effort. Directly if I give it, then that time, okay, that is not right thing. Without putting any effort, okay, he get the source code. He can do the changes also. Source code change, okay, give the source code to some other person. It's not recommended one. Okay, based on your functionality. Okay, Java people provide the source code. Why? Because those are the basic things. Now tell which code you want me to share.
Compiled
Now,
code.
once you have the source code, okay, can you compile it? Compile it. Okay, compilation is nothing but what? Come on, compilation is nothing but what? Okay, it is going to check for no errors, nothing. Once you compiled that compiled code, if I share to this guy, okay, the compiled code, if I share to this guy, this is not the actual code. It's like a compiled code is nothing but I will show you how the compiled code is looks like. It's like binary format. It is not human readable format. If I share the compiled code, then the time this person can see your source code? No. This person, okay, can change your source code? No, right? Okay, now tell me, first approach and second approach, which one is the recommended one in general? Don't think more. First approach and second approach, which one is the recommended one? Come on. You want me to share the
Second
source code, or you want me to share the compiled code?
No, compile code
compiled
only
code.
because
Compiled code is
that's
always
right.
recommended one or not? Okay, perfect. Okay, these are the two scenarios. Now, the first one, if you share the compiled, okay, source code, now the person too, okay, he has his mission, right? He has his laptop. Okay, in his laptop, he has to get the source code, he has to compile it, and he has to run it, and he can see the output or not. It's a kind of, okay, the entire flow he has to handle or not. So, okay, source code get to compile, compiled code has to run, okay, then only I can see the output. Now tell me, if you handle all these four operations, source code, compile and run and see the output. If you want to see all these, if you want to handle all these entire four steps in your laptop, okay, which software is recommended, you know? Okay, which software is required, not recommended? JDK software. Why? Because JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay, it's nothing but, okay, source code. While developing, you write the source code, you compile it, you run it, you can see the output or not. If you handle in your mission, if you want to handle in your mission all these four operations, write the source code and compile it and run it and see the output, then the time which software is required? Which software is required for you? JDK software is required. Okay, why? Because you handle all, okay, you written the code, compile it and run it and everything. Now the second one, if you observe, second one, okay, the person one shared source code, compiled code. Person one shared source code or compiled code with person two?
Compile.
Compiled code already compiled. Okay, now from which step he has to handle person two and person three in his mission? In his mission, from which step he has to handle? Running,
Just
right?
need to run it.
Just run it. If you run, then the time compilation is required or not required? Already compiled. Okay, only I want to run the code. Then the time, okay, JDK development kit is not required. Okay, we required JRE. Only runtime environment. Run the code, I need an environment. That's it. Already compiled. Then the time, which software is enough? JRE software is enough. Understood? When you required JDK, when you required JRE, if you develop something in the development mode, you written the code, I want to check, okay, compile them errors, compilation, okay, that means the code is like get compiled or not, errors there are not there. If you want to check that time, okay, you need like a JDK software development kit, Java development kit. Already compiled code is there, just I want to run the code, then the time which software is required? JRE software is required. Got my point? When is required JDK, when is required JRE. Now tell me, for you in your mission, which software is required? For you, which software is required? JDK or JRE?
JDK.
JDK, right? Why? Because I only the person has to, okay, write the code. I only the person has to write the code. I only person has to check, okay, the code is like what you followed the standards, rules, and everything. Me only has to check a compilation. Okay, if errors are there, I want to fix it, and then I have to run it, and then I can see the output. So in the development mode, if you want to, okay, handle end to end, write the source code, compile and run, then the time JDK is required. Okay, already compiled by some other person, just I want to run some other person code or whatever it is, my code only I want to run. Okay, already compiled, then the time which software is required, JRE is enough or not? Yes or no? Now tell me, JRE is doing what? Okay, run and see the output. JDK, okay, here you run and see the output. Now see, JRE internally involved where? In the JDK, right? So that I can say, if you install JDK, JRE also internally there or not there? If you install JDK, internally JRE also there. Understood? So JRE is like a subset. JRE is like a subset to your JDK. So that, okay, in the development mode, just you can install JDK software. JRE is not required. Okay, when JRE is required, you know, once you build your application, just I want to run that particular application in my server. Okay, that time JDK is not required. Just you can run the JRE. Understood? Just install the JRE software. Most of the times in the build, once my build is completed, build completed is nothing but your code is like compiled. That code I want to run in my server. In the server, just I require like JRE. In the server, okay, I don't want to develop again. Okay, not required. Why? Because compiled code only, just I want to run it. That time we need like a JRE. Okay, these are all things we are going to cover. These are all things we are going to cover. Up to here, understand? Okay, so from your end, can you do one thing? Okay, can you install JDK software? At least 17, okay, you can install. Okay, at least 17 you can install. 17 version. Okay, updated version, whatever it is, you can install based on your requirement, but at least 17 you can install JDK software in your mission. How to check, okay, the Java enabled or not enabled, you know, right? How to check Java enabled or not enabled in your missions, you know, right? Okay, okay, then the next one is like, let's go to the what I can say, content. Okay, just go through that content once. Now go to this website. Everyone knows this website, right? Okay, go to this website. Let me share this with you. Salamschools.com. Just go to this website. Okay, go to full stack Java. Okay, so yesterday's running notes I added here. Okay, today's running notes also I'm going to add here. Okay, today running notes I'm going to add. Okay, from this website, just you can get the running notes. I'm going to provide you the normal, I can say like copy, soft copy. Okay, but running notes you can find here. Okay, in this website. Okay, now see, come to the content. If you want, you can download from here. Download running notes. Class programs I'm going to share. Okay, not at we started, right? Okay, class programs you can download from here. Okay, now let's go to the content. You go to downloads. Yeah, now see, everything is like up to here, it's downloaded or not, whatever we discussed. Now see, first, okay, introduction. The next one is like installation. Okay, next Monday onwards, we are going to start like language fundamentals and access modifiers. Just I want to start with the whoops first. In the whoops, we are going to cover like language fundamentals and everything. Why? Because okay, Java is a kind of okay object oriented. Okay, now functional programming also they introduced, but the basic okay main is like object oriented. That the reason we are going to start like whoops concepts and everything. The main concepts in core Java is like 6 concepts over there. One is like access modifiers and whoops concepts and exception handling and multi-threading and collections. Okay, and object class. Okay, these all are like very important. These are like very important. Okay, remaining all we are going to discuss. Okay, just okay, we are going to give like more push on these topics. Okay, once you have an idea on core Java, remaining all are like you can easily understand. Okay, concept you have to learn, but the code you can easily understand. That the reason focus on core Java. We are going to spend some more time over all these concepts, and we are going to give some examples also on daily basis how we can give. Okay, here, okay, we are not at added, we are going to add. Okay, here you can see, okay, Java. Okay, here we are going to add like our Java programs and everything like this. Okay, see, if you see React, okay, there is multiple programs added, right, like this. And one more thing here, every day daily basis we are going to give some programs to you. Just you have to write the program. See, JavaScript program we given. Okay, just you can write the program. Okay, same like this. Okay, Python program we are going to give, Python batch we are going to take care. The next one is like Java program, we are going to give like some Java programs also. Okay, daily basis. See, if the Python, if you take today's date is like 14, so 14th date program is this one, 14th date program is this one. Like this, not only one program, every day we are going to give like three programs, three websites you have to check. The first one, okay, more from us. If you go, okay, here, okay, another website is like write test. Okay, here you can write the test. Another website is like, your post. Okay, here you can see, okay, here you in the your post you can see one more feature. If you see the write test, if I click on the login, now see here, JavaScript program, Python program, and Java program. The difference is what, Kalam schools is like a low level programs, okay, basic. Okay, write test is like a medium level, and your post you have like a high level programs like that. Every day we are going to give like three programs to you. Three programs. Okay, monthly 30 programs, 33, okay, 90 programs. Okay, you repeatedly you can see. If you miss also, next month, same day, you can get the same program again. Okay, and here you can write the test. Okay, if you go to this one, these many technologies are there, you can choose any one of the technology. Java we are going to add. If you click on the React questions, you can see here, you can write the test here. Okay, like that you can find the Java also. Okay, we are going to add it once our, okay, concepts and everything we are going to start, we are going to add it. Okay, same like this in the your post also. Okay, login credentials same for all three websites. Okay, once you, okay, register here. Okay, how we can register, okay, just you can go to this. If you're not registered, to register your email ID you can give. Okay, password you can get it to your email ID. That's it. Password you can get it to the email ID. Once you log in, okay, you can change the password. Now this same credentials you can use for alarm schools, write test, and your post also. In the your post also, see, you can see one more program. It's like a high level program, you can say. Okay, now here we are going to give like some challenges. Some of the code we completed, some of the code you have to complete. Okay, for example, if you take like React, some code we completed, these gaps you have to fill it. Okay, these gaps you have to fill it. Okay, now see here, so there are some gap is there, here there are some gap is there. Okay, these gaps you have to fill. You got my point? Okay, that kind of assignments we are going to provide to you. Understood? So these are the three websites we are going to use it. The next website is like for okay, actual notes. Okay, for Java we are going to add it. Okay, you can go to more from us, uijavakit.com. Okay, in the uijavakit.com, okay, here you can see your Java, okay, soft copy. Okay, we are going to add, once topic completed, we are going to add the topic here. Okay, now see, if you go to the JavaScript, see, okay, these many topics completed for another batch. Just we are going to add it. Just you can go through this code. Okay, go through these notes, you can say. Okay, so these four websites we can use on daily basis. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
then. Up to here done. Okay, so the next session is on Monday. Okay, so just you can install JDK software in your machines. Okay, we'll see the next step on Monday. Okay, just we are going to write some hello world program, and we are going to start our OOPS concepts and everything. Our actual sessions we are going to start from Monday. Okay. Okay, then if you have any questions, just you can drop a mail. Okay, you can go to the VTS school. Okay, you can do WhatsApp message to this number, or if you have already joined in the group, from there also you can, okay, drop a message. Or if you want to drop a mail, you can use this mail ID. Okay, anything. Okay, your career guidance or whatever it is. whatever it is. Okay, we can suggest. Okay. Okay, then thank you guys, thanks for joining. Okay, see you on Monday. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.